Hello everybody, welcome to the stream, welcome to another day in Azeroth, and happy Thursday. Hope you are all doing fantastic today. Hey You Wave, David, Lael, Chaos, Wayne, Tanita, Buffalo, Matthew, Mr. Santa, Talon, Nenya, welcome everybody. Alright, a couple things I want to do to start things off. I want to look at some leatherworking stuff. I bought some rune thread. I found the person. So the person that sells the rune thread, I mean, you would never assume they sold anything because they're called the Master Tailoring Trainer. That's right. The Master Tailoring Trainer is not a trainer at all. They're a vendor. And they sell stuff we need, so I found that. That was a big win. And now we can keep working a little bit on our leatherworking. Patrick, welcome to the stream and thanks for joining us today. I don't think I'm going to bother with putting these on the auction house. I'm just going to vendor these. Although I'm sure vendoring these would make a enchanter weep. It's too bad we don't have an enchanter. Karen, good evening to you. Jen, welcome to the stream. Highly doubtful, but let's see if we can learn anything else off the leatherworking trainer.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
Am I ever going to be able to turn my knothide scraps into knothide leather? Aha. At 300. So yeah, obviously we just have to get to 300. We are a long ways off. I'm going to have to buy a ton of rugged leather. Because I don't think we're even getting rugged leather anymore. I think we're mostly just getting knothide scraps and knothide leather. So maybe at some point today we'll get back to Orgrimmar and we'll just see if we can get this to 300. Maybe like 700 stacks of rugged leather at 7 gold a piece is like a bazillion gold. So I don't even know if I can afford it. Flying? What's flying? Oh, it's the skill you'll never have because you're broke. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna fly us south. We have stuff going on down here that I want to get back to. And I think we will pop ourselves in the queue for some ramparts. Boop. There we go. See how long that takes. Same as we saw yesterday, there's tons of DPS. Lots of people really interested in dungeons, and then, you know, there's like 1 or 2 healers. 1 or 2 tanks. Maybe the next character we do will have to be a tank. Maybe we're not allowed to just play DPS pet classes forever. Maybe we'll have to do either a warrior or another paladin. Alright, what are we gonna work on? Wargmaster's Head. I was kind of waiting until we had more quests in this area, but then we didn't open up any more quests in the area. I thought we were gonna have to go into this area for other things. I'm still not convinced that we won't have to. Let's get the pet out. Let's head over and do this one. The footmen, the knights, the sorcerers. That's gonna be right over here at the Expedition Armory. If I did a tank, I don't know what it would be. We might go Alliance side, you know, we might go pop back over to the Alliance for a character. If I go Alliance, it'll probably be a human paladin. I don't know though, maybe I gotta do a warrior this time. Paladin, man, we just did the pally, I guess. We just did a pally, but I'm probably never gonna go back and play that paladin, so... Because it's on the US realms, so now it's kind of a dead character. It's like level 66. A Forsaken Warrior. Dwarf Warrior. These are all good ideas. You put any race in front of warrior and it's a good idea. Except maybe troll. I don't think I would do a troll warrior. Maybe a female troll warrior. Maybe. I don't know what their weapon swing animation's like. Maybe they'd be okay as Fury. A gnome warrior. A gnome warrior tank. Yeah, the absolutely most nonsensical thing you can be. A gnome warrior tank, obviously. And if I really want to piss people off, it'll be a gnome warrior tank with pigtails. And if I really, really, really want to agitate some folks, the pigtails will be either blue or pink. That'll get them really upset. Whoever they are. I don't really know who they are. Or why they're so upset, but I know that'll get them. That would be awesome. That sounds so amazing. It's like confusing, but it sounds fun. At first you think you're disgusted, but you're actually excited. It's one of those things. A gnome should put out more threat because of how little they are, because it should be annoying. Like, the mob should be really annoyed that it's being tanked by something so small. And that should generate additional threat. You know, they should actually get a threat bonus for being so tiny and obnoxious. That would be a cool racial. 2% more aggro as a tank. That should be a racial. I wonder what weapons and shields look like on a gnome. Weapons and shields are really small on Blood Elves. But gnomes were made before that kind of scaling existed. I wonder if they're like decently sized weapons still. We played one gnome warrior on hardcore. One gnome warrior on hardcore. She died at level 19. To the Murlocs on the coast of Westfall. And I liked that character a lot. We got frost trapped. I forgot that they had that frost nova, and that's what killed us. It's hard to run away when you're being chained frost nova'd. We need a gnome warrior. It's not the warrior that Azeroth wants, but maybe it's the warrior Azeroth needs right now. I'll think about it. That's all I can promise to do. I got my pet killed. I just used my pet to death. Like, nothing bad happened. I just kept having him fight and fight and fight until he died. That feels really bad. I wasn't paying attention to his health at all. I wish he had like some kind of graphic or animation that goes off when he's low HP. Like maybe he could whine. Maybe he can lay down and refuse to get up or something. Instead of just like fight to the death for me. For no reason. Now he's really unhappy. Oh my god, who are you? Explain yourself. Oh, we were in the queue. Nice. Oh dear god. I don't know if my... Okay. Our pet's gonna leave us. We're gonna have to find a new pet before we do this dungeon run. Like, our pet is out of here. Like, first chance he gets, he's gone. There's no way he's gonna stay with us. At least we kept him alive this time. If we don't get some food into this guy, we're in big trouble. We're dead. We're so screwed. Oh god. Sorry, Nanaki. I didn't want it to end like this. It would be really sad if he leaves us, you know. First couple hours in Hellfire, the pet we've had since level 10 leaves us. We'll have to delete the character and go again. Alright, we got 2 pallies and a warrior. Oh, okay. That's gonna be fun. We need water. We gotta get water before we take a summon or do anything else. I've been subsisting off these biscuits we got in the Plaguelands, but the biscuits are almost gone. Oh my god. This place, I've gotten back attacked more here. Like, obviously this is where the game really demands that I zoom my camera all the way out, and like, it just wants me to play like this at all times. And I absolutely categorically refuse to ever do that. So I already did that for 15 years of my life, and I'm not going back to it. So we're just going to continue to be attacked in the back. And I'm going to act surprised every time it happens. I'm not going to play like this. A Winter Spring Frost Saber would have been nice, actually. And we were near Winter Spring for a while. I don't know if we were quite at level to get one yet. That might still work. I just don't have a... I don't know if I have... Oh, I have the flight point, though. I probably could get out there really easily. I wonder what ranks of Claw and Bite the Winter Spring Frost Saber comes with. I wonder if he comes with the higher ranks of Claw and Bite. Because that's really what I need. I need to catch something that's just going to innately have the higher ranks. This cat's been capped at rank 3 for 70 hours. Much to the aggravation of hunter players everywhere across the planet. Hello, this is a trap. There we go. They have maxed out ranks of the things. Okay. Yes. I think maybe we'll do that today. Because if we can go to Orgrimmar, we can get over to Shattrath, we could take a port to Orgrimmar, and we could fly to Winterspring in a couple of minutes. And now we know we're at level to catch anything there. And I think the cats, they're north of the Goblin Town, right? If I go like straight north of the Goblin Town, I should find some cats. So yeah, I think I even know where they're at. It's all coming together, chat. It seems like this group is just trying to find a healer, which right now is essentially non-existent. See, now that might be a big problem in Wrath Anniversary. We're gonna get another tanking class, so maybe there's gonna be plenty of tanks because there's gonna be all the Blood Death Knights running around. But then, like, who's gonna heal all those groups? We have the same amount of healers as before, and it's not like they're getting more interesting. I don't know. See, that could be a huge problem. Like, we're suddenly going to be flush with tanks, so many tanks, but nobody wants to push the healing buttons because that's boring. And then on the other side of being boring, it's the most important job in the run. So it also has quite a bit of stress going on with it when it's not being an absolute bore. It's like two bad things, you know. On the one hand, you're bored. On the other hand, shit's hitting the fan. Like, everything that stands between the group and a wipe is you. And so, like, who wants to do that, right? When you can just get on a blood DK and face roll your way through dungeons. Like, you're gonna do the face rolling. Oh, shit. We need stuff. We got a hearth. I gotta hit him with my spiel, so like maybe we get removed from the party anyway. But we got a hearth and buy some water. I gotta reword this a little bit. Gotta reword it a little bit. Oh Jesus God. What in the actual F? I can't use draining water until... Oh my God. I'm so sad right now. I should have bought so many more biscuits. I should have bought so many more biscuits when we were in Plaguelands. This water sucks. To be quite clear. David, you'll heal every group that goes out ever? Okay, good. I'll hold you to that. Oh, man. And then we, you know, when do we get another healer? Oh, you get another healer in Mist of Pandaria. So right off the starting line, Classic Plus needs to have more tanks and more healers. I think what they did for Season of Discovery was perfect. You know, they gave Warlocks a tanking spec. That was really fun. They gave Rogues a tanking spec. I don't know if anybody bothered with that. They gave Shaman a tanking spec. They gave Mages a healing spec. They probably could have, like, used to have one. They made up Mage healing. They should have made up one more healer. We really, I think, maybe needed one more healer. Except they took the healers that existed and actually made them fun and interesting. So there's that. Gnomes can't even heal. Gnome tanks and healers? I don't even think gnomes can heal. Gnomes can't be priests, can they? Gnomes can't be anything that heals. Not in Classic, anyway. That's interesting. How do they get by in a society without healers? If you have a Tinker class, then maybe one of the Tinker specs can be Field Medic. Not Telcata. I think having a Tinker spec and then having a Field Medic, that'd be a cool, like, fit for a gnome. Oh my God, that runner got a little bit too far, I think. It feels like that runner got a little bit too far. Of course, I was going to drop my explosive trap, but, you know, I just ran out of mana, no big deal. Based on Operation Recombobulation, gnome healing involves being turned into a chicken and or exploding. That's a good point. They have some kinks to work out, absolutely. I imagine them like firing syringes at you to heal, like some kind of like syringe launcher. I think there were healers like that in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I think the mercenary healer like shot you with healing darts. And then a really cool medic healer was the medic healer in WildStar. If anybody ever played WildStar, that was a really cool game, and their medic class was amazing. So much fun. I feel like the endgame had barely had a chance to exist in WildStar before they proclaimed it. Like, it didn't beat WoW and therefore it didn't succeed. Because remember, this was back in the era when if an MMO didn't immediately beat out World of Warcraft, it had failed. This was not the era of like your ESOs, like where like a game could thrive for a long time with a player base. It's like if a new MMO came out, that was it. If it either beat WoW or it was garbage. And there's no way you can beat a game like WoW when you first come out because you don't have any of the content. Like, you have a couple of raids or whatever they had for endgame stuff. Like, when my guild got to endgame, we mostly PvP'd. I don't think I did the raid, but I did some PvP. But then eventually they went back to WoW because, yeah, there was only the one raid, or whatever there was. They saw the content there was, and then they wanted to go back and do the rest of the content in WoW. But WildStar was a game that I thought was really great. That, like, if that could have been a game that I would play today, had it stayed alive. It's a bummer. And now I don't really like any of the other MMOs that are out, you know? I keep trying my hand at the existing MMOs and they don't stick. Nothing sticks. And then now we have like the head of Guild Wars saying that Guild Wars 3 is going to be like a new era in the modern evolution of modern MMOs, or some weird language that he used to describe what Guild Wars 3 is going to be. And I'm like, oh, so Guild Wars 3 is going to be just more action gameplay, endgame loop, slop. Fun. Let's make the game faster, more energetic, and less thoughtful, and let's make sure we get those endgame loops in place. That's what I hear when I hear the next evolution of the modern MMORPG. I hear like more frenetic, thoughtless combat, less abilities or decisions to make, and just more loops to get you stuck in an endgame. Make sure you never take a day off. That's gonna suck. I don't like the direction of being the new modern MMO, because I don't like any of the modern MMOs that are out. So what am I supposed to do with that info? Except think that I'm not gonna like it. There's no way. Now if you just say, like, if you say we're reinventing the MMORPG, or we're reimagining the MMORPG, that sounds okay. But when you say we're taking the next step of the modern MMO, that means something entirely different than saying you're gonna like reimagine the MMORPG as a genre. That means you're gonna take the current ideas that exist in modern MMOs and you're gonna go the next step with all those ideas. And so I don't like that. I don't want to see the next step. I want us to take steps backwards. I actually want us to turn around and swim upstream and sprint in the entirely different direction gameplay wise than where we've come. So I'm just not excited for that at all. And now I'm left in this position where all I can really do is, like, what can I do? I can hinge all of my hopes for a fun new MMO on Classic Plus. Like, that's where all my hopes have to rest for this genre? Like, for classic MMOs as a genre, like traditional MMO, I have to hinge all of my hopes on Blizzard's 5-person classic team? Holy shit, talk about putting all of your eggs in one basket. It's not looking good. You know a game I'd love to play? I'd love to play the Gothic remake. That looks amazing. And like right up my alley in so many different ways. And it reminds me very much of like Outward. It's like Outward with like more polish. And Outward was such an amazing game. Oh, why are we skipping? Oh no. Oh, I don't like it. It's not a great place to skip because of how you have to fight this guy when the boss comes. There's not a good reason to skip. Maybe I'll accidentally... What if I just slip and hit tab on one of these guys? What would happen then? Oh, very nice. We got skinning past 305. We were really trying to get past 305. Because a lot of the mobs that were like 61, we couldn't skin until we hit 305. So that's nice. It's nice of them to give us some skinning opportunities inside the dungeons. Because that's definitely one thing we miss out on. If we do a lot of dungeoning and not as much questing, then we miss out on skinning. When do I get misdirect? Oh, we have lots of stuff to train. Anyway.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Heal me! Quickly!
And he dropped the light touch to breastplate. I feel like this never, ever dropped for our paladin. In fact, I know it never dropped. And I think I said that, like, every time you're not on a paladin, this is all you'll ever see. But you bring a paladin through here, this is never gonna drop. Now there's 2 paladins here, now one of them is gonna get it. We never saw this, and we ran a bunch of ramparts. There's the boss item. We do need to be collecting all 3 boss items to complete the quest. I've never noticed before, but apparently there's no music in ramparts. Or at least there's no music that I can hear. There might be some very subtle, like, ambient noises. I guess I can hear some kind of drums. The dungeons need some stronger music, in my opinion. It's the cave track. It sounds like cave music, right? Like cave sounds. That is what it kind of sounds like. I feel like it could do with some like more thematic music. Something they've been good at in retail, even making boss music for certain bosses. I enjoy that kind of stuff. Oh my god, more mobs. It's the pull that never ends. I really wish I had mana potions. We have to try to remember to get some mana potions the next time we're at an auction house. Mana potions and rugged leather. We just need piles of them. Because once we're we can't do anything. We're supposed to get Viper Stance one day, someday, maybe in this expansion. And Viper Stance, that's going to help solve our mana problems, I think. But until then, like, we're just SOL. Boop! Oh no, it looks like I'm still being attacked. Son of a bitch. I hate feign death sometimes. I don't want the repair bill. Can I... Either 22 seconds will be enough time for me to get out of the instance, or I'll have feign death back off cooldown. But I am not gonna eat the repair bill for this. It's bad enough that my pet had to die. Son of a... Oh god, just leave me alone! 5, 4, 3, 2, come on. Oh, I hate it. I hate this. I'm gonna fucking drag that ability off my bar. If I can't use it to avoid death, then what's the point of even having it out? Now I'm just a minute and a half behind everybody else in the spirit run. What a fucking bummer. Level 64 is Viper Aspect. That's a long time from now. It's gonna be a bit... Ugh. The mana issues... I've tolerated these mana issues mostly in silence for this entire character. So, like... I think at some point we need to recognize that. We haven't had mana since, like, level 15. And I have tolerated it, and I have worked with it. And I've absolved myself to the idea that auto-attacking is enough most of the time. But boy, oh boy, does this class have issues. Severe issues. I feel like, let's give Hunters Viper Stance at level 15, please. Because they need to start learning how to use it and how to weave it in right away. Because you're gonna need it right away. It's not something you need at level 64. Unless you don't want most hunters to get to 64. Then sure, withhold it. Because it sure does get painful never having mana to do anything at all. And it doesn't matter whether you're soloing or whether you're in a 5-man. You just never get to have mana. And as soon as you have mana, you do like 4 attacks. You arcane shot twice in a pull, and suddenly you're out of mana. That's it. That's what you get to do. You get to put up a sting, and you get to arcane shot twice. And then you're basically God forbid you lay a trap. Or push like a cooldown button that costs mana, because then you're really going to be done. How many arrows does a hunter have to bring to Kara? Well, in a raid, though, you have like, if you need to peel out in a raid to go get something, they can summon you back, you know? Because a raid is meant to take a long time, so I'm assuming you could still run out of arrows, but that if you did, you would just hearth out and get a summon back from a friendly warlock. As for ourselves in this run, we only have 700 arrows left, but this is a really short dungeon, so I think we'll be fine. We just have to remember to buy some when we get out of here. Crispy, happy Thursday, man. Welcome to the stream.
Korshakai. Feast, my pet. Eat your fill. A crash. Not over.
Any advice for someone wanting to level something, but you've had endgame on the brain only for 15 years? You just can't enjoy leveling. No. I mean, there's really not any advice I can give you, because when you think about it from a certain way, like, why change your mind about what you like? If you're still liking endgame, and you're still having a good time with endgame, I don't see what's wrong with focusing on it, if that's actually what you like. It's hard to give advice, you know, because you don't seem to be unhappy about endgame. But I guess if you were going to want to level another character, then you have to think about it from an endgame perspective. You have to start thinking about, like, what do I want out of this character at endgame? You know, and you have to hope that that's the intrinsic motivation that you create for yourself to get that character to cap, because there's not a way to make yourself like leveling more, you know what I mean? Like, if you love endgame, you love endgame. That's great. There isn't a way to trick yourself or convince yourself to like leveling more than you do. So you just have to think about the character from the perspective of, like, well, how much fun is it going to be once I get this character to endgame, and all the cool loot I'm going to get, and all the cool content I'm going to see. That's probably your best bet to, like, devote yourself to leveling a character. But as far as, like, enjoying it more, I mean, you enjoy what you enjoy, you know? I realize all that's not very helpful, but that's really how I see it. Sometimes I wish I could enjoy endgame more, but there isn't a way for me to do so. I can enjoy endgame as much as I enjoy it right up until I don't. And no matter what I do, there doesn't seem to be a way to make myself enjoy it anymore. You know, and the same might be true of you in leveling.
You have faced many challenges. Pity they were all in vain. Soon your people will kneel to my lord. Your time is running out. My lord will be the end of you all.
He melted our tank pretty quickly. I've got Growl back on the pet, but I don't think he's gonna be able to pick this up. This is another ripperoni. That was standing in fire. Yep. Yeah, we know. At least you admitted it. We saw you standing in the fire. It's okay. It happens to everybody. What? What's this? Did somebody not die? Oh. Maybe the priest didn't die? Oh shit! Well, this isn't really gonna be great. I didn't realize these guys instantly respawn. Oh, that's fun. We'll just lay here dead for a while. Yeah, I mean, we're not really dead. We're just faking. They're gonna... I'm assuming they're gonna have to clear these two guys. Maybe. Maybe they won't. But I really don't want to stand back up. I'm not gonna have my pet out. My pet's gonna be dead. We're not gonna have time to res him before the boss engages or any of that stuff. This is gonna be very bad for us from the perspective of being able to do anything useful in the fight. I wonder, can he heal me while I'm on the ground? Because if I could just, like, if I could get a heal, that'd be great. Yeah, he's like, stop, he's alive. I'm alive, stop trying to res me. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. He can heal me at least while I'm on the ground, so there's that. I do have enough mana now to pop the res on my pet whenever they engage this pull. But then if the boss comes right down, I'm not going to have any mana at all for the fight left. You just can't level for the sake of leveling. Then don't. Oh yeah, don't force it. That's kind of what I'm saying, is like, you can't force yourself to enjoy playing a game a way that you don't enjoy it. Because to have fun, having fun is something that happens naturally. You pick up a game, you find a way to play it, you enjoy it, and the fun, you find the fun naturally. You can't force something that's supposed to happen of itself. You can't force yourself to have fun with a certain way of playing or a certain way of doing things. You just have to find how you do have fun, and you have to really embrace that. And don't feel guilty about it or feel like you need to change. If fun happens organically, or it doesn't happen at all. My pet's not dead. Oh, that's lovely news. Oh, I love that for us. My pet's not dead, chat.
You have faced many challenges. Pity they were all in vain. Soon your people will kneel to my lord. Your time is running out. My lord will be the end of you all.
Now our pet is dead. Our pet is not very good at getting out of fire. But then again, neither is anybody else. So what can we really do? 11%, 10%. We can do this. It would be a lot easier if I had a living pet. It would be even easier if I had Aspect of the Hawk on. Oh god, thank god. Really didn't want to do that one again. Whew. Anything that gets the job done, I suppose. Feel bad for our pet. Leather belts. I mean, that's an upgrade for us. It's not the type of gear that we necessarily want, but I'm gonna roll on it anyway. You know what? I don't think I ever went back and grabbed the other guy's item, did I? Oh, son of a biscuit. Wait, am I fine? Oh, I'm fine. Okay, good. We actually did grab the other guy's item. Alright, well that was relatively harmless, I guess. Oh, there we go. My pet teleported. Very nice. I wish I could find a way to enjoy endgame and play endgame every day. Because if you're someone that enjoys the endgame stuff, Blizzard is making this game for you these days. They're not making WoW for me anymore. Like, if you're someone that really can enjoy the endgame stuff and that's what you like, then that's awesome. Because they are making the game for you. Well, I mean, especially though when we're talking about modern WoW. Like, the game's made for you. They have every piece of content they put into the game, they have you in mind as an endgame player. Like, an endgame player is the way to be if you want to get the most out of the WoW development team, because that's where they're making the content. That's where all the content is right on the edge where, like, you know, you're gonna play every day, and as long as you're enjoying the things you're doing every day, it's fine. Now, yeah, see, now if all you're doing is raiding, then that's probably not the thing. And in Classic, that's really all there is to do. In Classic, you can log on and you can raid. You know, so if you're someone who's gonna really just play at endgame, you're really better off playing Modern WoW. Because there's so much to do. You know, you're not just gonna log on and raid in Modern WoW. You have all these other things to do, and they're constantly adding stuff to do. And so that's where you want to be. If you're thinking, well, I see the most value in my character once he's capped, and the things I do at cap are more valuable to me, then Modern WoW is what you need. It's an endless supply of new content and new things to do. If you could do it every day, I feel like it'd be hard to get bored with it if you could engage with it every day even. I haven't figured out how to do that. What do I want here? Nothing really. Oh no, I want the gloves.
Go forth to victory. What do you need?
The blood is life. Okay, the next one is for Blood Furnace. So I can't equip the belt until 60. That comes with 2 red sockets. We can put the gloves on right now, which is awesome. That's going to be a huge upgrade for us. Alright. We were just about wrapped up at the graveyard to the south, so let's fly back down that way. I may pop us in the queue for a Blood Furnace, so we can get that quest done too. Obviously we can do more ramparts.
Greetings.
There might be more kill XP in Blood Furnace though, like if we're just doing runs for kill XP, but I'm sure there are items in the Blood Furnace that we might want. We didn't see really any of those items. We need to go... Here we go. Here we go. Pants. Agility, Stam, Intellect. With attack power. Okay, yeah, I guess we would wear those. So pants off the first guy. More gloves, but we just got a really good pair of gloves. This neck piece would be huge for us. 14 crit and 36 attack power with 16 stamina. And so we want the neck. These are mana legs. There's really... Oh, look at that. Equip. Increases attack power in cat form. Did they add this stuff so that other people, like hunters, stopped needing on these things? Because I don't remember any words like this. I don't remember ever reading words before to the effect of increases attack power in cat, bear, dire bear, and moonkin forms only. I've seen multiple items with this now, and I don't ever remember seeing this text before. So obviously this is to stop me as a hunter from rolling on this, because otherwise I would love to have this, but suddenly it doesn't give me attack power at all. It'll only give a druid attack power. I don't like it. I do not like that, and I feel like they added that. I don't feel like that's like original TBC design. And maybe it is, and I've just overlooked it every single time we've been through TBC. Maybe I've never wanted a staff before with agility, so I've never looked at it. I don't know.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
And we can only do ramparts till 60 anyway. So let's just pop ourselves in the queue for another ramparts run for now. It was always there? Okay, maybe I just never looked at staffs before in my life. Arrows. Yeah, arrows. Nobody here is going to sell arrows. I'm going to have to live without for now. Oh, wait, we have a bowyer.
What are you looking for?
I flat out lied. Okay. There we go. Now we're good. We have 30 of these water. I don't want to buy any more right now. At 60, we're going to be able to buy the new stuff. I think 30 should get us through. Although maybe I should buy some of the new stuff to have it on standby. That could be an idea. Classic is definitely designed more around the idea of having a big long leveling journey, but it just doesn't mean you're gonna like it. But it's your best bet. Like, if you're trying to enjoy leveling, Classic TBC is a really good place to try it, because a big part of the game is designed around that journey. But, you know, it doesn't guarantee that you're gonna dig it. And it's a long journey too, so like, you really have to be in it. It's not the type of leveling journey that I think most like modern gamers are used to. When you say like, well, it's going to take you 150 hours to get max level, like, I don't know like what appetite there is for many people to want to do that process multiple times, you know, just for the journey. I don't think it's like a big appetite in modern gamers to want that kind of experience. Which is why Blizzard makes a ton of money selling boosts. Apparently today I have a hole in my coffee cup. That's nice. Wonderful. And I need more coffee. Alright, before we get an invite to something, I have to get more coffee and take care of a couple things now. I've made a mess of myself, chat. I'm gonna hide over here. I'll be right back. I see I did miss an invite. That's okay. We'll just wait for the next one. Alright, what do we need? We need 1 footman. And then we can go get this one turned in. Don't think that'll get us to 60, but it might get us close.
What is it?
Alright, let's go after the Warg Master's head. We're missing some quests. I don't know where they come from or why we're missing them. But we are. We should have a couple more quests to do stuff inside this area, but we don't. We should need to capture like a magical eyeball thing. I feel like there's like explosives to set off or something like that. We're not doing any of that stuff, so I don't really know what I did wrong. But we'll go do the quest we have and see how that goes. Did I hear about the fresh season of Discovery event? Yeah, I did actually. It's just a couple of EU streamers or content creators, I guess, are starting up a season of Discovery fresh start event that happens, well, it might happen today or tomorrow, I don't know. I thought it was either June 19th or July 19th. I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't know. I don't know what, like, if there's really an audience for that at all. I'm sure in their communities there probably is. Like, they know their communities. So if they think their communities are going to enjoy that, then they probably will. I don't know if anybody here has a big interest in Season of Discovery at this point. I had a lot of fun with it. I love the later phases of SOD. But, you know. Yeah, they didn't know originally how long they were going to leave it open. They said, okay, we'll leave it open for a while. I think they said a while. And they just haven't bothered to shut it down. There's probably a sizable population of people that still play on it. You know what I mean? No, they're still around. You can log into them right now. Yeah, I think they're going Horde side on the Wild Growth EU server. That's what those streamer communities are doing. So if anybody is interested, if you want to play and have a shot at maybe a higher population, Wild Growth EU. And I thought they were kicking off this month, like either today or tomorrow. Mr. Blaster, good afternoon, buddy. Welcome to the stream. This quest might be more trouble than it's worth. Just to try to get back here to kill the one guy. This quest is best with friends? Oh, I don't have friends. Yeah, I mean, this quest actually sucks. Because this area kind of sucks. We may or may not do this. I can get like a clean shot at him. Or I can kind of pull him to us. Like maybe like right here is our chance. And we got this guy right here. He's going to be a problem. Because I really don't want to fight 700 mobs. But if we can pull him right here, that would be okay.
Go forth to victory. Go forth.
Drink. Fight well, friend.
Oh, here we go. Some of these quests I was thinking about were locked behind level 60.
Thunder. Farewell.
That's what was going on. We just didn't have access to the quest until we got 60, apparently. The belt we can equip. We don't have any... 44 attack power, though. I mean... 44 attack power is a lot of attack power. I don't know if I'm swapping that belt out right now or not. Might be keeping the old belt for a while. Alright, we can go do this stuff. We gotta burn the places. I think we need to kill a peon, we need to get 4 torches, we need to light the torches, then burn the buildings. It's like a multi-step process. It would have been really nice to be able to do all this stuff together at one time. That would have been freaking awesome. The stamina would be worth it. I mean, I guess. Listen, I'll just equip the stupid thing. I don't really care. I'll just play the retail game and I'll take the item level upgrade, you know. It's going from a 60 item level to an 80 item level. We'll just assume that makes it better and we'll just equip it. And we just won't worry about it. Dante, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so we have a talent point to spend. I don't really know what we're doing with talent points. I'm just putting them into lethal shots per now. I don't know if that's where they're going to stay. I haven't looked up any builds, and I'm probably not going to worry about it until we're closer to 70, and then we'll respec into some kind of, like, preconceived build. Valnenso, you didn't miss anything, buddy. I just missed you. It happens sometimes. Sometimes I'm playing the game and I'm just focused on what I'm doing and I miss people sometimes. Happens all the time. Sometimes I just don't want to hear the sound of my own voice, and so I won't talk for a while. And sometimes that includes not greeting everybody. Just because, you know, I'm a person and sometimes that's how it goes. I really don't feel like going back into this place or doing any of these quests right now. In reality. Kinda hoping we get an invite to a group soon. Because I'm just really kinda sick of this place. And we're too young to go anywhere else and do anything else. So we just have to keep tolerating this. Oh good, yeah, join the good party. Why not? Let's just get some more mobs over here. Yeah, I'm like, I don't even know. Just sick of this whole area right here. Ready to be anywhere else. Here, let's just go catch the Ravager. Well, I'm gonna throw this pet in the garbage bin. I'm gonna catch a Ravager, and then everyone will be happy with my pet. Except for me, I won't really be happy with it, but I'm just gonna go catch it. That way, when people tune in, they see me doing the proper hunter thing, and they're just like, okay, this guy's playing a hunter. I know what's happening here. Oh, God. And maybe that'll help our situation. I don't know. I'm ready to go hide in town and just do dungeons for a while, but nobody's giving me invites, so there's really nothing we can do. It'd be really amazing to be able to go hide in Orgrimmar and just queue up and work on my leatherworking for a bit. That'd be awesome. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be in this area anymore. Let's go get this stupid Ravager, and maybe that'll help us. I don't even know where I have to go for that. I probably have to fly back down to the same area I was already in to do that. Yeah, it looks like that's where the Ravagers are all at. I never found a stable person here, so I guess I can just abandon my pet, like just permanently abandon him would be okay. If we're just never going to use him again. Because I don't think there's a stable master here. If there is, I haven't been able to find him anywhere. Usually when they have a stable master, they just do the smart thing. They put it right by the inn. And they didn't do that, so I guess that means there isn't one. I don't see a stable master. I think we're just going to have to res this thing. We'll get out to where we're going to catch the Ravager, and then we'll just abandon him to the wild. I think, don't we have to kill him when we abandon him? Put him out of his misery. There's a stable master at Falcon Watch. Falcon Watch is like not at all where I need to be though. That's the problem.
Peace, friend.
Not at all where I need to be. I don't care. I'm not sentimental about things like that. If we're not going to use him again, then I don't really care, you know? If I'm going to replace him and I'm never going to pull him back out, what's the matter of whether he's in the stables or abandoned? I don't care. It really doesn't matter to me. Maybe I'd have cared if I was like 12 or 13 years old. Maybe I'd have had some kind of emotions about it, but I doubt it. My emotions are probably pretty dead by then. I think we're going right over here in this area, and back here should be the Ravagers we need. And then maybe once we do that, we'll grab the quest for the goblins. That might be something a little bit easier than trying to go into Zethgor again for the 15th time and fighting 700 mobs. There's Ravagers on the road to Terrakar too. And they have to be level 60 or below. If they're level 61, I can't tame them. If they're level 62, I can't tame them. Like, they gotta be level 60. I think my best bet for level 60s might be back here. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I will end up having to go all the way out to Falcon Watch in a second here. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I don't even know if I can survive hits long enough to tame one of these guys. Like, I have no guarantee that they don't just kill me. My luck, I'll probably get surrounded by 7 of them. And that's how we'll go out. There he goes. Goodbye, Nanaki. You were fine, I guess. There we go. It's all done now. I hope everyone's happy. I like how he doesn't have growl. It's my favorite. So you gotta teach him growl. He's in a better place now. Nah, he got disintegrated. There is nothing after this life on Azeroth. Like Sylvanas said, this world is a prison. He doesn't have bite. I'm back in the same damn situation I was in already. Now people are gonna be on me about this. When are you gonna learn bite? Where's bite? When are you gonna train bite? What are you gonna catch that has bite rank X? Where's bite at? What rank is your bite? I don't see bite on your bar. For God's sake.
Keep it real. Glad I could help. What's up? Hurry back.
He has charge. No, he has dash. Dash is like a poor man's charge. Like, see, he kind of squiggles his way in there really quickly. He can't hold threat any better than anybody else. Oh, they want Ravager eggs. Maybe we should just go do that. Dave, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I mean, he eats meat right now. He's gonna keep eating meat, I hope. If he gets picky, I'm gonna abandon him next. Sure, I'll be real broken up about that. Son of a biscuit. It's getting really annoying though how nothing can hold threat off of me. I'm getting really annoyed by that. If I want to tank pets myself, I'll play a melee class or something. It's really starting to bother the shit out of me. Oh man. Ugh. What fucking good is it to feign death if my pet doesn't do the same thing? If it doesn't get me out of combat, what the fuck good is it? It's taking up a spot on my action bar that I could use for something else. This is absolutely insane. Really? Does shit just not leash in this game anymore in Outland? Did they just break it? So like, why is it taking so long today for everything to leash? This pet has no attacks. Like, he doesn't have bite. He doesn't have claw. Like, what was the fucking purpose of switching to this pet? Because I think it was a little bit misguided. Switching to this pet probably would have been a good idea for somebody who had, like, higher ranks of stuff already trained. For us, I think it was pretty useless, actually. And what we're going to see instead is a big drop in our DPS. So that's really cool. I really like that. We're dropping this pet as soon as we get out of this dungeon. And we're going to go to Winter Spring. And we're going to tame one of the cats there. Go to Ungoro and get a raptor? Just because you want a dinosaur pet? I can see that. I think a raptor pet would be really cool to have on a troll hunter. If we ever do like a male troll hunter, that would be like the perfect one to have a raptor pet. I don't know if it fits as well with a blood elf. Can we tame the Devilsaur and have it like shrink down to the proper size? That'd be neat.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Heal me! Quickly!
One-handed sword with critical strike and attack power. I'm about to take this. Seeing as how we got one-handers equipped right now. Oh, there we go. An upgrade is an upgrade. Even if it's weird. Yeah, it's attack power. And it's crit. Attack power, crit, and stamina. Can't go wrong with those. Nobody seemed to mind. I don't think anybody else would have wanted it anyway. Not looking at the group comp. I guess it could have been good for a rogue. But, you know, who plays rogue? Nobody. Nobody plays rogue? I mean, I haven't seen many rogues, no. Rogues are very, very subpar right now. And so therefore you don't see a lot of them. We've only grouped with a handful of rogues the entire way. What's wrong with rogue? I mean, I don't know. Ask Blizzard. It does bad damage. It's like C tier and B tier. It's no good. I don't know why it's no good. I didn't make it. I'm not responsible for the creation of this class. I just know that it's not good. Numerically unsound. It's trash DPS with no utility. There you go. Remember, we had a level 54 rogue that I thought was getting ready to go into TBC. Because I had been lied to, and I had been told that rogues were pretty good in TBC. And then as soon as the switch flipped from vanilla to TBC era classes in the pre-patch, the rogue sucked. And it sucked hard. It was really good in vanilla. I think it gets better again in Wrath of the Lich King, but I don't know for sure. Yep, that was the biggest reason why my TBC anniversary journey got off to a really rough start. And part of the reason that I stepped away from the game for a while is because I had put over 100 hours, like we put 150 hours in getting the dwarf ready. And then it turns out that the class is so bad that there's no real reason to even play it. And so yeah, it's a bummer. I could have put those 54 levels into a hunter. And that obviously would have been a better choice. It's what happens, you know, every expansion, things are balanced differently. In one expansion, rogues are good, in one expansion, rogues are bad. And that's kind of the way the classic cookie crumbles. You have to know ahead of time what's going to be good and what's not going to be good, because not everything is going to be good, and some things are going to be really useless. And the rogue is one of those classes that they don't bring any utility, they don't really bring any buffs. So if they're not doing a ton of damage, they suck. They're melee, they're always getting hit by shit. They don't bring any buffs or utility to the raid, and since they're not top damage, there's no reason to have one. You could fill that spot with anybody else and you'd be better off. Yeah, it felt bad to play suddenly. It almost felt like we were pushing the same buttons, but nothing good was happening. That was my experience with the rogue. Like, the button pressing really didn't change. Suddenly we were just nerfed. It was like the most fundamental experience of being nerfed, because suddenly the buttons didn't do as much damage as they were doing. Like, it was very visceral and very obvious. And it felt bad. I don't know. I guess maybe if the character had been ready to step through the dark portal, maybe it would have been less impactful. You know, because then I would expect everything in Outland's gonna hit harder and be harder to fight, but like being parked like we were in Ungoro Crater and having one day Ungoro Crater on Vanilla Rogue, next day Ungoro Crater on TBC Rogue, it just was obvious how bad it had gotten. And that was my hundreds of hours of like pre-TBC time, you know? I said we're gonna play this and this will be the character we take into TBC, and it wasn't. And then I think I quit streaming for like 2 months. I think I took a 2-month break. And I played a bunch of retail. Because it's quite a blow to waste 170 hours of prep time, you know? Even if you don't acknowledge it, it still gets at you somewhere on the inside, deep down.
death. Akor Shakai, feast my pet, eat your fill. A krish!
I really don't know what killed my pet, but something did. And now we auto attack.
It is not over.
A plate belt with agility. I'm gonna try the Rogue again for Wrath, because I remember having a lot of fun in the Wrath pre-patch on a Joyous Journey Rogue. So that's when we'll revisit Rogue. Maybe we'll dust off the same Rogue, maybe we'll just roll a new one, but I don't think I'm gonna touch it again until Wrath. Unless they make changes, which, you know, they haven't shown any proclivity to do that for Anniversary yet. There hasn't been any class balancing that I know about, so we're probably just gonna keep on keeping on.
You have faced many challenges. Pity they were all in vain.
Pity that you never have
Soon
mana for
your
them.
people will kneel to my lord. Your time is running out.
I am really tired of not having mana though. Apparently we're going to be stuck this way till level 64 when we get Viper Stance.
My lord will be the end of you all.
This place is really not worth it from a kill XP perspective. Maybe none of the dungeons really are. I don't know. Maybe they're just not long enough to be worth it. Cloth and leather. Yeah, we don't need any of this. We already have the belt. We got the one-handed sword. I guess that's all we get. Blood Furnace will be the next thing we do. If I leave the group here, will this like will this auto hearth me after like a minute? If I just hang out here. There we go. I'll take a free ride back to town. Alright, while this hearths us, I'm gonna go AFK for a couple minutes. When I come back, we'll queue up for Blood Furnace, and we'll try to continue some questing. I've been having a really rough time questing on this character, but we'll try to keep it up. All right. So actually, we're gonna go get the cats. What? Why is my? Wait. How is my? My pet's dead. Okay. Cool. Perfect. We're gonna go get a different pet. We're gonna go work on some leatherworking. To do all that, I need to get the Shatrath. Res our pet. John Culver, thank you so much for the membership. Sorry I missed you. I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here with us. Indy, they changed it in Wrath to get Viper at 20. That's funny because that's exactly what I said, I think. I think I said they should give it to us at 20 because that's when you need it. Actually, I said 15, so I was close. It's nice that it gets better eventually. It doesn't help us, though. Sadly. We're still in the exact same situation for the duration. I need a mage friend? I mean, I don't know what. I need a druid to innervate me, right? Don't they have innervate? Cast on another player and give them mana back? Cooler, thanks for being here and for hanging out with us. I am doing great. Thanks for asking. I can tell something though, like already. This is going to be a slow journey to 70. I'm not going to be able to rush this or go fast or try to be speedy or efficient. Like, nope, I'm not going to be able to do that on this character. Like, this is going to take a lot of time. And this may not be, like, I may not be able to do this for like 6 or 7 hours a day every day. Because I think this is something I'm just going to intentionally have to go slower with. Because otherwise, I'm going to get burned out. That's what's going to happen. Because in one way, we were kind of just here doing this stuff. It wasn't too long ago that we had the Blood Elf Paladin in here. So yeah. Exponent Poet, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. There's nothing I want to record right now. If there was anything I felt like recording, I'd be putting time into it. I have a little bit of time, but nothing is really interesting to me right now. I gave ESO another whirl, but like nothing like catches me about the gameplay. And it's not a difficulty thing. It's just not really the type of gameplay that I enjoy. I don't know. Hard to explain or quantify, and I haven't thought too much about it beyond like initial impressions. I might just start up an alt early, that's all. We might have to start up an alt before I hit level 70. We can grab the flight point, but we learned last time this flight point does not connect us through to Thrallmar. We actually have to have the flight point at the Blood Elf town to connect through properly. Here's the thing is like, and I was learning this with ESO a bit, like I'm not convinced that having to push more buttons to kill enemies is gonna make the game more fun. I'm absolutely not convinced that simply altering the current game design and making it harder and requiring me to push more buttons and take more time to make a health bar move from left to right, I don't know that that's going to make the game any more enjoyable, any more immersive, or any more fun. Because immersion is not just how many buttons you press per fight. See Classic. In Classic, you hardly press any buttons per fight compared to how many buttons you have to press already in retail. So just amping that up and saying, well, instead of having to press 60 buttons pushes to get through this fight, it's going to take longer. Now you're going to have to do 120 button pushes per fight. That's not fun. That's not going to be necessarily what makes it fun or immersive or interesting at all. It's something. Like, sure, you can have harder difficulty for better rewards. Lots of games do this. You know, Diablo's done it for decades. But I don't think that that solves some of the problems that I have, and I don't think that makes the game necessarily any more fun or any more immersive. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it's cool that they're experimenting with it in WoW. I just don't think it's going to solve any big problems. It's just going to be another bolt-on system that people can play with for rewards. And the way they're testing it is like they're really making us test it. They're like, oh, go play these tiny little zones. We reuse these tiny little Legion zones for you to go test this new system in, and we're going to call it content. We're going to ship it and we're going to call it content, but really it's just a beta test to see how we want this whole thing to work. Maybe when they figure out how they want it to work and they put it in the entire game, maybe then I'll go back and check it out. But from what I learned with ESO, like, that's not necessarily going to make the experience more immersive or more enjoyable to me. It's just going to result in having to slam more buttons per fight. While we're here, maybe I'll do some leatherworking first. Let's go see how much some rugged leather is going to cost us. See how many skill ups we can get for this. Did I get the flight point for Shatrath? I think I did. I don't know. Doesn't connect to Thrallmar anyway. Just want to be able to filter this to only show me stacks. That'd be cool. 7 gold a stack. Okay. I don't know if we ever successfully get this fully to 300 or not. It doesn't seem like it. Not without like an excessive amount of farming. I'll have to go back and like farm something that drops rugged leather consistently. Because I don't think I'm ever going to have the money to do it like this. The rugged leather's cheap. This is a cheap price? Oh, I don't want to see it. If it's more expensive in the US, then I don't even want to know. Like 7 gold per stack is pretty expensive to me. So there's that. That's not really going to do a lot for us. 10, we can do 10. I mean, it's close. Maybe we could get to 300. It depends on whether or not this goes yellow. If this goes yellow, then we're looking up here instead, and then all bets are off. Yeah, see, this went yellow. I can't risk it. It's too expensive to take the chance that it's not going to get the skill up, so I can't do yellow right now. We have to do the orange. If I can get this to 300, then we can learn to turn our not hide scraps into not hide leather. And that could actually get us going into Outland leatherworking a little bit. But it looks like I'm going to have to spend some more money to get it there. Which I don't mind doing as long as this doesn't go yellow on us. We could grind some rugged leather in Winter Spring. Yeah. Like, that's a fair point. We probably could. I really just need to get this to 300, and then I don't think we're going to need rugged after that anymore. We'll have to buy, I don't know, 4 more stacks? I don't know. I can't do math. 97, 3... I don't know. A lot. We have to buy a lot more. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more stacks and just finish it up. Yeah, we just gotta get it to 300. And then that's fine. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing rune cloth. Oh, that's a bummer. I don't know. Do we have any more rune cloth? Maybe I have to buy rune cloth now.
Speak, friend.
No, I have some rune cloth actually.
Go forth.
That's nice. All right, this should do it. There we go. That's 301. Yeah, we did have some older mana pots, that's true. I remember putting a stack in there at one point. I could have pulled those back out. Yeah, we're gonna go get a cat from Winter Spring because I don't want the Ravager. I don't want the Ravager, so we will get a cat. Did I see the trailer for Alien Isolation 2? I have not. Alien Isolation was really good. Like, playing games how I want, like, that are not Warcraft, it's becoming impossible. Because there's so many games that I would like to play, but to play them properly, you really need, like, a $4,000 or $5,000 PC. And I don't have a $4,000 or $5,000 PC. And really, that's the only way to play most of these games that are coming out. Is if you have an awesome PC. If you want them to actually look like they're designed to look and run like they were designed to run, then that's what you have to have. I mean, you could play them on something else and it could look like ass garbage and run like ass garbage. It's always an option that you have, I guess. But it's, for me, it's not an option. So I just miss out on playing lots of games. Like the Gothic remake, I would love to be like neck deep in the Gothic remake. But, you know, can't run it. So what are you gonna do? Just don't play it, don't buy it, don't, you know, and that's it. Maybe there's a stables here. Oh my god, a stable master. You know what? I'm just gonna abandon him, right? Like I don't need him. I gotta summon him out to do that. Bye. I mean, we're assuming I can find some. I have to go further to the north to find what I'm looking for. Lots of bears, though. Well, this is where my memory told me there were cats. Perhaps there were cats here in Cataclysm. All I'm seeing now are bears. And these Chillwing Ravager things. Frostsaber Rock. Frostsaber Rock sounds like a place there'd be frost sabers. Let's head in that direction, shall we? I don't think the radius we have on beast tracking is going to matter. Here's some guys in stealth, though. Stealth tracking is on. Can I grab this guy? I don't really want him to have stealth. Like I don't. I guess I can just turn the stealth off because I don't want him to have stealth. What's he gonna come with? Like he's the same as the... I don't know. I don't know what to... how to get the shit I want on these pets. I'm just gonna keep this pet and he's gonna learn whatever he learns and... Oh, what's this? Oh, that guy looks cooler. Oh, I want the striped guy. Okay, I want the striped guy. He doesn't seem to have stealth. I don't need him to have stealth. I think the stripes look cooler than no stripes. Further north is the better looking tiger. I mean, how much further north can I go? I'm about as far north as it gets. We've seen an all white one and we've seen a white striped one. Like, what else is there? Like, I've seen this one. These are okay. I guess it's like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer like a tiger looking thing or a panther looking thing? I really don't know. Maybe I do prefer the panther looking thing. What do you guys think? Stripes or no stripes? Here. It's not exactly what I had in mind. Yeah, I don't know. And what a thing to be hung up about. Purplish pinkish looking ones. Are you sure they don't just look purplish pink because of the lighting here? Maybe I do. You know what? Maybe I do prefer the look of these guys though. Purple striped. I kind of maybe I prefer the non-striped. I don't know. I'm just letting myself get hung up on this because I really am not looking forward to going back and questing in Hellfire. So this is just like a big old distraction anyway. So we can come back here, we can get the guys in stealth, that might be an option. Let's go look at what these purple pink ones are. I don't think I want a purple pink one, but until we see it, I guess I won't know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab one of these huntresses who does not have stealth. Preferably, we don't need to be getting hit by two of them at the same time. I think I'm just gonna grab this one right here. This is what we're going with. Okay, that's it, we're done. And now we're out of meat. I hope that'll tide her over. So now we don't have anything though. We don't have bite. We don't have claw. We have dash. And dash is pretty okay, I guess. Do we need to go back to Orgrimmar now to go to the pet trainer to learn stuff, or that's not going to matter for a while? Maybe it's just not going to matter. Do Blood Furnace now. Try to reset him, like reset his TP. He doesn't have any training points though. I thought they only got training points when they level up with you. I don't know if he comes vested with a store of talent points we can use or not. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. We'll go back to Orgrimmar and see. I'd say the pet management stuff is probably the worst part about this class. Like, having to worry about what abilities your pet has, having to worry about your training points, having to worry about respeccing your pet, having to worry about going out and catching other shit to learn different spells. Like, that's all very troublesome. Haven't enjoyed that aspect at all. Do they remove the pet stuff in Wrath, or was that Kata that removed it? I thought the pet stuff went away when mana went away. That was Cataclysm. I kind of prefer the idea of all pets being basically equal. And then the pet you have just being a purely aesthetic choice for your hunter. Kata had a talent tree. Oh, that sounds just as awful. I kind of remember that little talent tree thing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out someday. There's Growl rank 7. That should help out. Our pet is not a high enough level to learn that yet. I wish to untrain my pet. I don't think this is going to do anything for us. But we'll do it anyway. Yeah, it did nothing. So, there's that. Yeah, we don't have any training points. Okay. Great.
Lotar.
And now we have 17 gold left. Woot, woot. So the only real problem is, like, I have no way of getting back into Hellfire. Well, I mean, I have ways of getting back into Hellfire, but any way that I take to get back into Hellfire is going to take about 20 minutes. I guess No, I don't even know where to begin. I feel like this always happens to me on Horde side, like there's no easy... If you don't have your Hearthstone up, there's no easy way to get back. I'm kind of at the mercy of people inviting me to a group at this point for Blood Furnace, or I'm at the mercy of my 19-minute Hearthstone. So let's see, how would I get back to Blasted Lands? I'd have to get to Swamp of Sorrows, which means I'd have to get on a Zeppelin, I'd have to get to Undercity, I'd have to, or I can go to Gromgol, I guess. Maybe I would go to Gromgol, maybe I would fly from there, I don't know. Either way, it would be a huge pain in the ass. Should probably try to find some meat for this animal. Oh, I can't buy anything. We don't have any gold left. I have 17 gold. I'm gonna vendor some greens, and then I have to hold on to every single penny that I have for ammo and cat food. That's our life now. Just ammo and cat food. There we go. Back up to 36. So the other reason why you can't, you just can't do what we did. You can't catch a pet at a higher level. Because if you catch a pet at a higher level, it's a higher level, but it doesn't have any TP. Doesn't get any TP. It never gets all of its TP. So it's kind of a broken system. You have to have a pet for a long time. And it has to stay with you for a long time, and it has to get its TP over the course of a long time. And then that's the only way that you have a pet that actually has training points. And if you tame something like Fresh at a higher level, like maybe it has access to new abilities, but you're never going to learn those new abilities because you're never going to have any training points. It's kind of a dummy trap, but you know, that's okay. Time to re-roll, I guess.
strength, and honor.
Wow. We can't even get a direct flight down to Spinebreaker Ridge. That's great.
Farewell.
Let's just fly through Thrallmar for no reason. How solo friendly is TBC? I mean, WoW has always been solo friendly. You can level the entire way and you could never group with anybody else, and you can do that on any class and you're gonna be fine. Now some classes level a little bit faster than others because some classes kill things faster than others. But you can absolutely level up completely on your own all the way to 70. And you can do that if you want. Absolutely possible.
Loktar. May your blades never dull. Speak. Taboo.
Is this game worth it for beginners? I don't know. It's impossible to say. Everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. Everybody has a different amount of free time, a different way. You know, it's impossible to answer. Can a beginner play this game? Yes, absolutely. Someone with no knowledge can pick up this game, can start playing it, and if they're having a good time and they keep playing it, you can learn everything about it that you need to know to have a good time and enjoy yourself. If that's the question. Can a beginner play this game? Yes. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know you from Adam. I can't tell you what's going to be worth it to you, and in fact, nobody else can tell you what's going to be worth it to you. All you can really do is watch some of the gameplay, think about what you like, and think, is this something that seems like I would like it or not? And whether or not it's going to be worth it, I have no idea. When it comes to free time and how we spend it, everybody values things differently. Yeah, we got a cool looking new cat. Unfortunately, he's completely useless. And he's probably going to be completely useless indefinitely. Yep. It turns out, in Classic, you can't catch new pets. You can catch new pets. You can't use new pets. Something like that. Yeah, we basically fucked ourselves. Really hard. That's what we did. By trying to have fun and do something cool, which was like catch a pet we actually like, all we did was we succeeded in fucking ourselves over. That's what we did. Now we have a cool looking, extremely weak pet who will probably never get stronger. Why can't he learn new skills? That's a good question. Because he doesn't have training points. Because the only way to accumulate training points is to have the pet out and to adventure with pet. And so the sooner you settle on a pet, and the sooner you say this is the only pet we're going to really use, that's really the only way to do it. You catch pet later on, then you've missed out on 100 hours of gameplay with your pet. And during that 100 hours of gameplay, he would have got all of his training points. Instead, we have a pet that has no training points, and he's going to miss out on that 100 hours of gameplay. So, for now, he sucks really bad. It'll just take time. Yeah. No, that's what I said. It'll take the 100 hours that we've already played, right? We had a pet for 100 hours. He had all the TP that he gained in that 100 hours. And in 100 more hours, this pet will have his training points. Just not anytime soon at all. That's the problem. And it's a problem that you actually, like in my case, it's a problem that you have to experience once to really understand. Now I understand the problem, but now it's too late to fix problem. Now what fixes problem is 100 more hours of gameplay.
money, friend. Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Google says it will fix itself. Well, I know that. That's what I keep saying. So literally the only thing that can fix it now is a certain amount of time. That doesn't fix it, because the time isn't the problem, okay? Like, the time is not the problem. The problem is how fucking aggravated and disappointed I feel about it. And how fucking stupid I feel now that I understand how things work. Those are the actual problems that I'm having. And nothing's gonna fix those. Time is gonna fix the pet sucking. Nothing is gonna fix the actual problems that I'm having as a person. Because those are a little bit different. Yeah, if I can skip ahead 100 hours into the future, then sure, like, everything fixes itself. That's true of basically any problem at all, I guess. I can't teach him anything until I have talent points for him. He has to ding. He has to ding to get any points, and he's not going to ding because he's a high level. And when they're a high level, it takes a long time to ding. So the problem kind of exacerbates itself. The problem right now is I need him to ding so he gets some fucking TP. But he's not going to ding because he's level 58. And so that's going to take a while. And yes, if he could ding and I could have TP, then some of my problems would be solved. I'd be able to learn some things. He'd be able to have a couple more attacks. And if he had even one more attack, like if he could claw or if he could bite, then he could hold threat, and then I wouldn't be pulling threat on every single thing I fight, and I wouldn't be annoyed about that too. But it literally is just going to take him leveling up, which he's not going to do. He's just not doing it, because it takes a while, okay? It takes a while to level up. Maybe we should buy him a boost. Wouldn't Blizzard like that if we could just buy our pet a boost? I haven't seen the little glowy effect go off that indicates his loyalty level has increased either. That has a very similar effect to the one that goes off when we level up. It's blue or silver instead of gold. I haven't seen it happen yet. He's got no talent points to spend right now. Even to get him bite rank 3, I need 7. Trust me, I've been in here several times. I mean, I'm stupid because I did what I did, but I'm not that stupid. Like, I've gone in here and tried to teach him stuff. We've been in this blood furnace queue for a while. It's not looking good for being able to run a lot of dungeons on this character while we level up. It's looking quite bad. That was a guild invite, not a group invite. Where do we get our pet? Oh, we got this useless schmuck in Winter Spring. Alright, that is all I have in me for today, guys. I'm gonna take a break right here. I'm gonna park it. I am gonna think about all the bad choices I made today and maybe come up with a plan to make less bad choices tomorrow. And we'll see if we can make any progress then. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you spending your time here. Have a great rest of your afternoon or evening time, and as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you in Azeroth somewhere, sometime, real soon. Bye for now.